I shall never forget the excitement. All through the spring, you could feel the anticipation building as the days neared. Then the time would come for the steamer trunks to be loaded into the motor car, and the children chattered and played. My husband checked his final lists, and I would watch this scene with much warmth. We were beginning our journey back to familiar faces, to delightful days, to our favorite place by the sea.
These words might well have been spoken of Melrose, had it shared the era of family seaside retreats and estates, as Newport, Rhode Island, Sea Island, Georgia, Mackinac Island, and Nantucket did. But Melrose rested quietly then. Its days of grandeur had long since passed. It seemed almost forgotten.
The elegant plantation that eventually came to be known as Melrose Plantation during the Revolutionary era was known as Little Bermuda. Great society events were held at Melrose. Lovely beach parties, magnificent, elegant seafood dinners with lots of servants, lots of crystal chandeliers, silver plate, and all that, until Melrose came to a grand and glorious finale when it was lost by fire in 1912.
The site of Melrose is located on Daufuskie Island, a small sea island near the southernmost tip of South Carolina, just a mile or so from the south shore of Hilton Head. Until the 1950s, Hilton Head, like Daufuskie now, lay virtually untouched. Today, of course, Hilton Head Island has matured into a world-renowned resort destination with over 17,000 full-time residents and more than 750,000 visitors a year.
Well, Daufuskie is a unique sea island. It's right off of Hilton Head Island. I'd say that it's the same state that Hilton Head Island was 25 years ago. We have a unique challenge working on the Melrose project to preserve and enhance that environment that's there now.
For myself, I love Daufuskie. It's my home. I was born here, raised there, still love it. I love its peacefulness. I love the beauty of the island. Like roaming its roads, its wooded areas. It's very peaceful. And
there are only 60 residents on Daufuskie today. These are gentle, resourceful people who still maintain many of the old ways of doing things. Some still speak Gullah here, a centuries-old dialect that combines African Benta, French, Spanish, and Old English. It is fortunate that Daufuskie has so patiently waited, for now a new life has begun. This sleeping island that seemed almost forgotten shares in bringing back a tradition too grand to forget. Melrose.
Well, Melrose offers the land planner a tremendous opportunity. The opportunity to work in a tidewater island condition, 600 or 700 acres, low density, beautiful beaches, natural foliage, big live oaks, and all of the wildlife, flora and fauna that you'd ever want to work with. And the thing that makes us excited is that we unfold this natural condition so that people can enjoy it. And we knit in the natural environment some cabins, some golf course, some tennis, some nature walks, and a beautiful white beach. And Melrose offers all of these conditions.
The land of Melrose is being groomed into a members-only club by the sea. Actually, it's a timely rebirth of the seaside estates of the early 1900s, when generations of the same families gathered year after year to rekindle friendships and enjoy their special and very private domain at the beach. Creating an atmosphere that combines turn-of-the-century grace with the style of today's premier resorts is the philosophy behind the Melrose Master Plan. The Melrose Inn will include 50 large staterooms, an elegant dining room, and facilities to accommodate gatherings and social functions. Every aspect of the inn will be reminiscent of the elegant reign of Melrose.
The design for the structures at Melrose has been developed using as the inspiration the coastal architecture of the early 19th century that was found on the coastal islands stretching from the Carolinas to Georgia. While the architecture of the beach club at Melrose will be quite different from the one here at Sea Island, the facilities will be more or less the same.
The tennis club will feature Hartrue surface courts, a pro shop, and resident tennis pros to supervise instruction and other tennis activities. Stables and a pasture for horses, jogging and nature trails, fishing lakes and lagoons, as well as deep-sea fishing charters will be available at Melrose.
But Melrose has got some other attractions that other places don't have. We're going to preserve some wildlife habitats. We're going to preserve things like the trees that make this land so special. And people are going to be able to lose themselves on this island, this very island, in a beautiful natural setting that you can't find anywhere else in this fast world that we live in. And that's probably, to me, the greatest attraction that Melrose has got. You can come over here and escape to nature.
Even a round of golf at Melrose will offer an escape from the ordinary. Designed by Jack Nicklaus, the Melrose Golf Course promises a challenging game at a peaceful, unhurried pace.
I think that Melrose has got a pace to the golf course that I think golfers are going to really enjoy. It's got tremendous beauty. There's no question about that. The live oak vegetation is fantastic. The pine vegetation is fantastic. The views are unbelievable, not only from a golf course, but from a home site standpoint. Its natural beauty is as pretty as any of the islands I have seen along the coastline there. I think my family, from my standpoint, it would be fabulous because I'll be able to go there. We'll be able to play golf in a leisure atmosphere. We'll be able to use the beach. We'll be able to use the other amenities on the islands. And, of course, the quietness of just being in that atmosphere is just is fantastic.
Possibly, it is not until you walk along the miles of beach and look across to Hilton Head Island that you will realize just how special Melrose really is. Hilton Head is just a boat ride away. Because there is no bridge to connect these sister sea islands, transportation to Melrose will leave from Palmetto Bay Marina. You'll enjoy a relaxing cruise across Calabogie Sound. At Tefusky, a shuttle bus will deliver you to your club at Melrose. A regular shuttle schedule of the Melrose ferries will allow you to enjoy the activities of Hilton Head whenever you wish. A revitalization of the exclusive family place at the beach is what Melrose is all about. That's why it will be owned by a limited number of families. As a private club, Melrose is a unique concept that stands apart from today's real estate opportunities. Melrose is the return to a family place by the sea.
Then we would wave till they were silhouettes against the sky. We were leaving, but always with warm memories and the comforting thought that soon we would return.
next gentleman represents excellence at Melrose. He needs no introduction. And I think a poet once said that a thing of beauty is a joy forever. And it is a rare opportunity for us all to be a part of a living and breathing work of art. And at this time, we would like to turn the ceremonies over to our host, Mr. Jack Nicklaus.
Thank you, gentlemen. Steve and Todd and Jim. First of all, let me say that I think it was awfully nice that you did introduce people that have really made this thing happen. I've been a small part of it, and I think that a lot of work went in, particularly from Jim Lipe and John Copeland, who have been here a lot more than I have, and have guided this golf course through to its completion. I know you have other situations that you're doing, obviously that's our situation here. And we're very pleased and proud to be part of it. We hope that you all enjoy the golf course as time goes on. And if we keep talking, we'll probably talk right till dark. So let's get the ribbon cut and get playing, okay? Thank you all very much.
What a great weekend it was on Melrose, June the 4th, with the grand opening of the Melrose Golf Course. Our host, Mr. Jack Nicklaus, that day did a superb job, as he always does, and he exemplified the reasons why he's such an exciting sports figure worldwide.
I think it's much more pleasant in the game of golf to watch your golf ball move to a target, rather than if you're aiming at the target and you're going to try to hit a straight shot, the only thing that's going to happen unless you hit it dead perfect is going to go this way. You're going to watch it move away from your target. But if you're over here aiming it left and the target's over here and you know that, see that ball slicing towards the target, you get excited, even if it slices too far. The same thing with a hook, but it's more fun to watch a ball work to a target than away from a target. Let's go play another one. I can hit it harder next hole.
We had 900 members present that day, and if you weren't a part of the festivities, we really missed having you present.
Get up.
The growing of the golf course is now complete. The manicuring stages are very much a real part of the day-to-day operations, and we think if you haven't seen the golf course yet, that you've got a really special treat in store. This morning, one of the treats that we want to talk with you about in more detail is what we're riding on, and that is the new Melrose Club ferry boat. And actually, we think of it as a yacht. She is the Melrose now, by name and by declaration, and she is 58 feet overall length. And as we move forward now, I'm going to begin to accelerate just a little bit, and we're going to follow our normal passageway from Hilton Head Island to Defusky Island and give you a sensation, we hope this morning, of some speed that this boat can reach. She is a certified vessel for 100 passengers by the United States Coast Guard. Her normal running time from Palmetto Bay or from the Hilton Head Island Bridge is about 30 minutes to the debarkation site at Defusky Island. Melrose is a spacious and luxurious decked vessel in that you can go below at the main deck inside the salon in an air-conditioned comfort and heated comfort room, or enjoy the open-air visibility of the upper deck. Of course, the aft deck of the vessel is designed to accommodate all the needs of baggage handling, loading and unloading as we depart and arrive throughout the club operation needs. But Melrose is a club ferry that we think will be a big part of all of our operations, obviously, long term. Now we're at the Cooper River Landing Reception Center and the cottage of the Melrose Club. In the background, you can see one of the new club shuttles. Obviously, it's red and white, and it matches everything else that's a part of Melrose, but it's a very important part of how things will operate between the marina and the club grounds. Each of these shuttle buses that we have now on site are 25 passengers. They can accommodate a lot of cargo and baggage, golf clubs, and personal items. But more importantly, when you're en route between the marina and the cottage and the club grounds, the visibility is superb. So you're really going to enjoy these 30-minute rotations of the shuttle buses between the marina and the club grounds. They're an important part of the club operation, and we think that you'll enjoy the new addition to the marina and the operations fleet. And in just a few minutes, we'll be arriving at the club grounds. The shuttle time is about 10 minutes from the marina site. Come join us and we'll have an enjoyable ride. Now we're standing directly in front of the Melrose General Store, which is the temporary golf and tennis pro shop for the club. Its location is directly across from the Melrose Inn, about 100 yards, and it also enjoys as a view the gorgeous Atlantic Ocean. In the background, we're just a short wedge to the 9th green, the 1st tee, and the 10th tee in the practice range. So it's in a great location. We've already started to enjoy it and can't wait for you to see it. The Melrose Golf and Tennis Pro Shop is an important part of the daily activities now at the club. As you can see from what's going on inside, there's some beautiful merchandise displays that you'll look forward to seeing on your next trip, as well as the form and function of the building itself. This is the general store. It will serve as the Golf and Tennis Pro Shop until May 1st, 1988, at which time we'll be moving into our new Golf and Tennis Pro Shop across the way, only about 50 yards from this location. Directly to my right is the portrait of Mr. Jack Nicklaus. It was painted by the Hilton Head artist Joe Bowler, and it will stay in this building until we relocate it in the new facility at the Golf and Tennis Pro Shop. So next time you're here, we're sure that you're going to enjoy this new facility. The Melrose Tennis Center is situated amidst live oaks and canopied by pines, as you can see. We're specifically located next to the 10th fairway of the Melrose Golf Course, directly in front of me, and the Golf and Tennis Pro Shop, which we built in the early 1988, ready for occupancy May 1st, 1988, is just off to the right. The last time we brought you here, we were with Bob Kolb, one of the general partners, and Stan Smith, President and Chief Executive Officer of Stan Smith International. Stan Smith International is designing and constructing and supervising all the aspects of the Melrose Tennis facility. And as a matter of fact, we're pleased to announce the addition today of the Director of Tennis, Mr. Jeffrey Hull. As you can see, the 2 tennis courts that are being used now are the first of 8 hard-true tennis courts that will be a part of the Melrose Tennis Center. 4 others are in construction in the background, and the last 2 of the 8 tennis courts will be directly off to the right from where we are today. And those will be stadium courts, very much a part of the Golf and Tennis Pro Shop facility. So all of this will be finished in the spring of 1988 for the club's enjoyment. At the Melrose Inn now, we're standing in front of the south wing. Directly behind me, you can see that's being mixed today is the scratch coat subsurface for the exterior material that's going on the outside of the building. On top of that, we'll be blending a special mix custom stucco that'll become the same color as that which you've seen at the Sportsman's Lodge, at the security office, and the main gate of the club's grounds. Up above and directly overhead now, there's some beautiful redwood trim work that's being specially made and installed all around the building. It's part of the cornice work and the triple layered effect that you're going to see that's a very nice detail of the inn designed by Frank McCall. Remember that there are basically 3 components to the inn. The south wing, which includes 26 suites, the north wing, which includes 26 suites, and the center or the common area of the building itself. The 2 wings will be finished and ready for occupancy, and we'll be moving materials and furnishings in the wings as early as the end of August this year. The core itself, the center portion, will be finished and ready for us to begin occupying the end of October, so that by November the 1st, all this activity that you see, all the construction and all the detail will be finished and ready for use by the members and their guests. Today it's really exciting when you see the 250 workers that are here every day working on this site and making this a very special part of the Melrose Club. The first 25 Melrose Beach and Golf Fairway cottages are now under construction. And as you can see, they enjoy a pretty spectacular site between the Melrose Inn and the Melrose Beach Club. There are basically 3 or 4 different floor plans to enjoy. The first is a 2-bedroom cottage that you can see directly behind us. Then there's a small foursome and a regular foursome. Now, a combination of floor plans will be available for each member. You can reserve a 1-bedroom cottage with living room, a 2-bedroom cottage, a 3-bedroom cottage, or a 4-bedroom cottage, and any combination thereof. So we have a multiple use facility here as it relates to cottages and number of bedrooms available for reservations at the Melrose Club. We think the site is pretty spectacular, and I know most of you have already seen it. No matter where you are on this peninsula, the views are absolutely overwhelming. Melrose Beach Club, situated on the northernmost point of our property, is very spectacular, as you can see today. It finds itself right along the northern perimeter of our property at the Freeport Creek. Easter Beach is a place that has been a very, very special part of the club since day one. This particular location is a recreational spot, and directly in front of me on the Peninsula Highland side will be the club building where all of the food and beverage operations will be located at the beach club. Indoor and outdoor activities, a beautiful expanse of decks, pools, and lawn will overlook this gorgeous site that we can see now in the background. Surf and sound is pretty unusual for a lot of you, but at Melrose it's commonplace, and today you're getting a real taste of it. This is what Melrose is all about. Today you can see a great reason why we picked this particular property and its beauty. It's something very special. We hope you'll have a chance to be back and visit with us soon with your guests, because Melrose is a reality. It's something you can enjoy now, and we look forward to seeing you soon.